In today's world where data is crucial, it's important to handle information well. Tools like Tableau are key in making this process easier. In the last episode, we learned how to make histograms in Tableau that adapts to user preferences by using bins and parameters. In this episode, Rahul Tiwari will guide you through creating dynamics dashboards, utilizing filters and exploring action filters for seamless interaction, discovering the power of Tableau's effective data presentation. Let's dive in. Quick note, this video is part of a series covering all the different things Tableau can do. To explore this topic in depth, check the other videos in this series. Link below.
I want to create a dashboard, interactive dashboard. To create a dashboard, you have to click on this sign, which is a new dashboard. I click on that. Once I click on that, now what happens? You can see here in the drop down, you have the size. You can set the size of a dashboard based on the requirement. If I click on this fixed size, then there are multiple options. A4 paper, A3 paper, and so on. If you are clicking on the range, you can play around with the pixels. You can change the pixels. Based on that, the chart will change. And the third option is automatic. When I click on automatic, it will consider the entire page. Full page is having the dashboard. So what size of dashboard you want to create is what we are deciding from here. Once that is done, now what? Now I want to give the title to this dashboard. To do that, we have a simple approach. We can directly go to the back and at the down. Show dashboard title. Now here you can see dashboard 1. And that name is coming because of this name. If you rename this, that name will also change. For example, I am writing K. You can see that is also becoming K. Or you can double click on this part and you can rename. As of now, it is taking the sheet name. I don't want that this name should go there. Right? So I can go and change this. Now, I will go and rename this. Let's say I'm giving this name as a customer segmentation dashboard. At the end, what we are doing, we are creating a chart, right? We are creating a dashboard which will have all the 360-degree view of a customer. So customer segmentation dashboard. Also, what I will do is I will give one small liner. This dashboard will give customer 360-degree view. I just gave the small line. I can give the logo as well. Let's say I want the logo at the top. So before I go and give the logo, here you can see there is one option called the floating and the tiled. Now if I go with a tiled option, tiled is a very rigid option, right? What does that mean? Suppose I am dragging this sheet. You can see it took the entire space. I am dragging this sheet. Now if you see, when I am dragging this sheet here, the other sheet, it is either going in the left or going in the top or going in the down. So like we have a 4 fixed position. I can put at the left, top, right or down. But these are the 4 fixed. It's a very rigid that I have to be here only or here only or here only or here only. So when you are going with a tiled option has a fixed set that at a certain position only I can place you. But if I go with a floating option, now you can see when I'm dragging the state, I can place it anywhere. Let's say I'm placing the state at the left, expanding the chart. And now if I go and choose the other chart, I can place it anywhere. I can place it here also on top of this chart. No problem. Wherever you want, you can plot yourself. Right? So it's a floating, like I can float the chart anywhere. So that is the difference. So I want the image because I want to add my logo. So I will go with the floating because I want the logo at the top right corner. So I will drag this image at the top and leave. It is asking for choosing the image. I will just choose the image. I'll just randomly choose some image out here. Let's say adventure cycles. I'm just randomly choosing it. So this is my logo. I will just adjust the size. Right. So now logo is there. Now I will come back to the tiled because now I want to go and I want to place the chart properly. So if you are new to Tableau, you may not like tiled because it's a bit rigid and placement is a bit difficult. You will like floating in the initial days. But once you start getting hold of Tableau, you will feel to have tiled as an option because that will make the dashboard very quick. Place, done. So I'll go with the tiled. I'm dragging the first chart, which is this map chart. And this legend which you can see, is actually belonging to this chart. So I'll put that legend below this chart. Then my next chart, which is the histogram dynamic, and this parameter belongs to this chart. So I'll put the parameter on top of this chart. And this legend which you can see is only for this chart. So I will put it back here. This is the legend for this chart. Legend is nothing but this gray color shade. Then I have the third chart, which is the another histogram. I'll put it below, let's say. I have the pie chart, which I'll put here. And again, this belongs to the pie chart. And this I will remove. I don't want it. And this parameter belongs to only this chart. So I'll go and put it here. And finally, the last chart which we have, that is your jobs. I'll put it here. I'll reduce the size of a map. Map is very big. I'll just give this much of space to the map. I'll give this much of space to these charts and then the rest of the chart. I'll put this logo back to the top right and done. I have given this map chart a very big chart. The big area is consumed by the map chart because the reason is that I want to make this map chart as a, the main chart. So this is my dashboard which we have. We'll just adjust this legend and all. So this is my dashboard. Now my requirement is I want to go ahead and I want to, like, basically my requirement is what? When I click on England, this chart, this chart, this chart, and this chart should change and only show me the England's data. When I click on the Scotland, this chart, this chart, this chart, and this chart should show me the Scotland's data. When I click on the North Ireland, again, rest of the chart should show me the North Ireland's data. And same goes with your Wales as well. So how will I do that? I want to make this particular sheet as filter. Right? I want to make this sheet as filter. So I click on this drop down and you can see that there is an option called use as filter. I click on that. Now what happens? This sheet is becoming a filter. That means if I click on England, you can see that my other charts got changed. It's only showing me the England's data. When I click on the Scotland, it's showing me the Scotland's data. North Ireland and the Wales. If I want to go back to the original, I will press escape. Once I press escape, everything is now at the original state. So that is your action filter. Now I can apply this action filter not only in the one chart, I can apply in other charts as well. For example, I am applying in this jobs chart also. Click on this drop down and use as filter. Now what? Suppose my interest is to focus on the England's IT professionals. So I click on the England and the IT professionals. So now the data which you are seeing is only for the England's IT professional. Right? And again, when I press escape, everything will be released. So this is your action filter. Basically, it's helping me to drill down, drill up, and fetch out the information.
If you have made it to this point in the video, do subscribe to this channel and click on the link in description to check out our data and tech courses. We offer an array of programs from top universities in India and abroad. All right, now back to the lesson.
You can double click on here and you can type whatever you want to type. And let's reduce the font size. So that is the comment. If you are looking for that, then yeah, we can do like this. So on the heading only, we'll just add a one small line. For example, this chart is showing the customers by state. Right? Same with this chart is showing customers by age group. Customers by gender. Customers by bank balance. And customers by jobs. Right, so that we'll get the idea what it is. Okay. So we are creating the dashboards for basically some end user who want to analyze the things by themselves. Suppose I am the developer and you guys want to analyze the data. So I will create a dashboard and I will share it with you guys. And you can go ahead and you can play around with that. But there is another way where you guys are the clients and I want to explain what's going on. Right? Suppose I am the data analyst and you are saying that explain what's going on with the business. Right? So I want to explain that. I want to tell you the entire story. So there is one more concept called create a story, new story. Once I click on that, it will open up this page. Again, you can adjust the size and all by clicking on this drop down. You have the options out here. So let's say we have automatic. So this page comes in. And then I will drag the dashboard. One thing you will notice that if I am dragging another sheet on the same page, it is replacing the previous dashboard. When I am dragging the dashboard again, it is replacing the previous sheet. So basically, in one page of a story, you can have only one thing, either a dashboard or a sheet. So I can create a duplicate pages or I can create a blanks where I can add some more charts. For example, here, this is my main dashboard. Let's say I'll say overall business. Go to the next tab. There I will drag the dashboard again. And here I will select the England. And here I will talk about the England's business. I'll go to the next tab. I will drag the dashboard again. I'll select the Scotland, and here I'll say Scotland's business. Again, I'll go next, drag the dashboard again, select the North Ireland, and then I will choose North Ireland's business. Then again next, dragging this again, and I am selecting the Wales. That is Wales's business. And then the next, that is your let's say thank you or conclusion basically. Dragging the text. Okay. So this is how my story is ready. And now I have to present to my end users. I have to present to you guys. That is my task. So let's go and we can make it in a full screen. Right. So there is an option of, first of all, I'll go to the first page, and there is an option of going in a full screen by clicking the this button or press F7. So once I did that, now what? Now I can tell a story. So let's start. So this is the overall business which we have, and I see that there are various locations on which our business is. We are working in England, Scotland, North Ireland, and Wales. Overall, we have decent customer base, and at the same time, I see that majority of the customers are at the age group of 30 to 39 years. If I talk about the gender, it's roughly 50-50. That is what we can see. Bank balance of the customers are at the lower side, and majority of the customers which we have are coming from the IT profession. Let's focus on England, how England works. So in England, you can see that the main trend is same as the overall business which we had, like the age group is around 30 to 39 years of age. Bank balance is at the lower side. Gender is almost 50-50, and at the same time, if you see, IT professionals are 70%. If I go and talk about the Scotland, in the Scotland, you see some different scenario. In Scotland, we have the age group which is 40 plus. And if you see, roughly 75% are males. If I talk about the bank balance are at the lower side. But yes, there are more number of customers. Roughly 90% of the customers are coming from banking and marketing profession. If I go to the North Ireland, there if you see, majority of the customers are at the lower age group, 25, 30. And you can see that 75% are females in that customer base. Bank balance are at the lower side. And if you see the profession, marketing are 50%, and IT professionals are like roughly 30%. If I see in the Wales is almost same as England, age group around 30 to 39 years. At the same time, bank balance is at the lower side, plus your gender is 50-50, and roughly 60% are the IT profession. So that is how we can go and we can tell a story, right? So here, I as a end user will get all the insights. And if you see that I also did not click anything, I just have to change the pages and I am telling a story. So for presentation point of view, we can go for this.
If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and colleagues. To catch the next episode, click below and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.